He holds success in store for the upright. He is a shield to those whose work is blameless. Proverbs chapter 2 verses 7. Hello family, a very warm welcome back to the Lovystouch food channel. Thank you so much for coming back. Today we are meal prepping again, and in this meal prep you'll be making some all-purpose stew, some bean stew, some shrimp and vegetable fried rice. We will also be making the famous Ghanaian black sauce, which is a Shito. We will also be frying some chicken as well. So if you are interested, if you want to know how to combine all this meal together and cook them at once, please stay around, grab a popcorn, and let's whip this together. It is absolutely fun. Let's get started, fam. So to begin with, I like to blend my onions, garlic, ginger, and 2 tablespoons of rosemary. This is going to help me make my shito in the stew and also steam my chicken. So it's going to be a lot of them. I'm going to go ahead and list all the ingredients below in the description box. All right. So right now I'm going to add my oil in the pot, allow it to heat up, and then add my blended natural spices that I just made mention of. Yes, I know there is lots of oil police on the internet, but let me tell you, you need lots of oil when you are making your shito, okay? I will allow that to cook for about 10 minutes, and then while at it, I'm going to steam my chicken, and I'm going to add some of the blended natural spices and some chicken seasoning to it, and you can also taste for salt and add it to your preference. Okay, mind you, do not add water at this very stage because the chicken has its own natural juices that is going to release very soon. Okay, so after frying our onions, ginger, and garlic blend, it is now time for us to introduce our tomato paste. We fry that for about 10 minutes. Okay, so there is not enough water available at this point, and we're going to add our tomato paste, mix it everything together, making sure it is very well combined, and then add about a tablespoonful of curry powder. I'll also add a can of corned beef here. It makes every shito I make super tasty. So if you have at home, anytime you're making shito, please add it. You're going to love it even more. Okay, so once I'm done, I'll go ahead and mix everything together, allow it to cook on a low to medium heat for about 30 minutes. All right. So now the chicken has been steaming really well. As you can see, we did not add any water. It just brought out its own juice. It's absolutely delicious. We're going to go ahead and also cook our rice with it. Remember, we'll be making fried rice as well. I'm going to add about a tablespoon of curry powder and also add a teaspoonful of turmeric powder for that beautiful yellow color, and I'll add about a cup of water and allow it to boil before adding my rice. Okay, as you can see, we also saved a little bit of the chicken broth for the stew later on. Back to the shito, it has been cooking really well. I'm going to now season it with my all-purpose seasoning or any fish seasoning of choice, and I'll add my peppers and also some crushed peppers. This really depends on how mild or hot you want your shito to be. I'll also drop in few bay leaves as well. Mix everything together, cover it, and still allow the cooking process to take on. I am going back to my rice. It's really smart to work with this too, because you know you cannot lose control easily. Okay, so I'm going to add my rice, make sure everything is well stirred and combined, cover it, and always cook on a low to medium heat. That is how you don't get anything burned. Okay, so about 20 minutes of frying this shito. It's coming along very well. The tomatoes has been cooked and fried well, so it's now time for me to introduce all my powdered ingredient, that or the dry ingredient, that is my shrimp powder, and I'll also add some herring powder as well. That is going to bring out the beautiful dark color of the shito. And once this goes in, you need to be extra careful. Either than that, it's going to be very, very dark. I do not like my shito to be very, very dark, like too dark. I want it that brown and beautiful. It's so delicious. The shito was amazing. It smells heavenly as well. Now you can go ahead and taste for salt and go ahead and adjust it if the need be. All right. You can see here the rice has also cooked very well. You need to make sure the rice is completely cooled down. If the need be, just put it in the fridge, allow it to cool down totally, because that's the only way you can store your fried rice for a very long time without going bad. Okay, so I'm going to keep it in the fridge, allow it to totally cool down. This is going to be the very last meal that I'm going to prepare, and yeah, we are going ahead to now fry our chicken. Currently my air fryer has given up on me so I am back to fry my chicken. I'm going to get one soon in the name of Jesus. If you have an air fryer, you just go ahead and fry your chicken in it. Okay, it is absolutely easy. So enjoy more of the frying series. Look at those golden colors. They are so inviting. So good. This is not even the best chicken I've ever fried, but it was good anyways. Here I have 2 cups of black-eyed beans. I will be making bean stew as well, as I said in the beginning of the video. So the beans and the all-purpose stew almost have the same cooking time. That is why I chose to do both at the same time. So I'm going to go ahead and cook it and add lots of water without salt, just so that it cooks way faster. Okay, things to cook faster, please do not add salt, something I learned here that I'm always grateful for, and add lots of water. Okay, so while waiting for the beans to cook, of course we cannot stand there idle. We're going ahead to start with our tomato stew, which takes approximately the same time for the beans to also get ready. So I'm going to use the same oil that I used to fry my chicken, add in lots of onions, and then add my tomato paste. I'm going to add about a tablespoon of curry powder as well. It really helps with the sourness of the tomato paste that it brings sometimes. And I also add my blended natural spices, that is the ginger, garlic, and some onions. And I also have in about a tablespoon of rosemary as well. Okay, mix everything together, allow it to just simmer for about 2 minutes, and then add my chicken stock that I saved for this time. Okay, this is coming from the chicken that we steamed previously, if you will remember. Okay, so I'm going to cover it, allow it to do it cooking for about 15 minutes, and then add my chopped or diced tomatoes. You can choose to use fresh tomatoes as well. I also ended up adding some tomato puree as well. It does help with the quantity. So if you are looking forward to making stews in bulk, you can always add some tomato puree. Here are some bay leaves as well, and I'm going to allow it to cook unboarded. Okay, I went to do my thing. I came, it was well cooked down. Mind you, it was on medium heat, and I went into just stir here and there, and we are here. Our all-purpose stew is coming along very well. So we are going to season it with a bit of salt, some spices if you want, and that is it. We are done. I'll be seasoning my beans with a bit of salt, and it is perfectly cooked. We're going to start with our bean stew real quick, and it's the quickest bean stew I've ever made. start with the bean stew. I'm going to add in a bit of palm oil. I'm going to add and combine palm oil with a bit of the oil that I used to fry my all-purpose stew. It's absolutely tasty this way. And once it heats up a little bit, I'm going to add in my superku. You can also add momone or dawa, any kind of cured fish that you have. Add it for that flavor, okay? And add in lots of onions. Allow it to fry for about 2 minutes. I'll go ahead and scoop about 3 spoonfuls of my all-purpose tomato stew. It is not called all-purpose stew for no reason, fam. This is why you need to have all-purpose tomato stew at home. You can easily transform it into something absolutely new. Went ahead to season it with about 2 tablespoons of herring powder, basically the same herring powder I used for the shito. I love the taste that it brings in my bean stew. So we are going to add in our cooked beans, and voila, our bean stew is done. It is absolutely beautiful. Here is just the base. You can add in some fish, chicken, turkey, wile, just name it, and you will be done. How beautiful is this? Taste for salt. If you think it is a bit thick, add in a little bit of water and just dilute it. That is all. It is absolutely delicious. We are done with our bean stew as well, and our all-purpose tomato stew is done too. Now we're back to the very last meal of the day. That is our vegetable and shrimp fried rice. I am going to crack in 3 eggs and I'm going to scramble it. Please don't be like me. Go ahead and put it in the bowl and whisk it, okay? I just wanted it to be faster this time. This is going to be the fastest way I've also made fried rice as well. I wanted everything to go so fast. So after scrambling my eggs, I'll then add my shrimp. I season the shrimp with a bit of shrimp seasoning and salt. Stir it, allow it to cook. Once it changes that color to that beautiful reddish color, I'll then introduce my vegetables. I started with my diced onions, then some green bell peppers and some red bell peppers as well. And I also added some French beans, and that is it. We are going to season this as well with some crushed garlic. Also grated more of vegetables. Here we have some carrots. I added it, stir it, make sure everything is well and mixed together, and then add my sauces. I combined some oyster sauce and some dark soy sauce and some Maggi seasoning as well. So we are done with the stir fry shrimp and veggies. We are now going to add our beautifully cooked turmeric and curry rice. We're going to combine everything together. Make sure it is well combined. I do have a step-by-step recipe of how I make this kind of fried rice, and I'm going to link it here and below as well. I went in with the rest or the leftover of our sauces, making it even more beautiful. And the very last ingredient that we're going to add is our scrambled egg, and that is it. Very nice. Whew. Finally, we are done with all the meals. Our fried rice is here looking absolutely delicious and gorgeous. Our all-purpose tomato stew is on point. Our shito was just so beautifully made as well. And oh boy, it's time for us to get packing. And it is really important to make sure that everything has cooled down before you start to pack them, especially for the shito. And on this day, I did not put it out there that I'm selling shito. Immediately that I finished making this batch, I got a call that it was really urgent. They needed some shito. So I had to sell this. I ended up with a very small portion of the Shito. Can you imagine? Anywho, this can be a business tip for you. Shito really sells well, so learn how to make it. I have a step-by-step recipe on this channel. I'm going to link it right here and below in the description box as well. Each and every recipe that I made here, there is a step-by-step recipe for it, and I'm going to link it below, so please go ahead and check them all out. I'm going ahead to just pack everything in my freezer friendly bowl, and I will be so done. Meal prep really makes me so relaxed during the week. That is how I'm also able to bring lots of recipes your way. It is my go-to. I just love it. I hope it really motivates you to get something done as well. It helps with the economy too, okay? We all know what is going on in this world right now. All right. So we are done, family. Thank you so much for watching and sticking with me right to the end. Please be sure to give me a thumbs up, share to a few friends and family, and also if this is your first time here, hello, my name is Lovia from Lovystouch. My main goal here is to cheer you up into making your own delicious meal right at the comfort of your home. I also love to share kitchen related motivational videos, so please come on board and subscribe to join the family for amazing new recipes every week. Thank you so very much, family, for watching once again, and just know that you are so beautiful just the way you are. See you in my next one.